You don't know how good it feels to come into Winston-Salem and be among so many ACC fans and not feel like they're going to throw a knife in your back as you walk past them. It's very interesting when you come into ACC country to play a game, and a lot of people say, you're a North Carolina guy and we're glad to see you. And if you look back as you walk by them, they'll be saying, yeah, we're going to kick you, And I get those stares. And I come into Wake Forest and I'm trying to get my bearings right as to, how the court runs. And, I see a couple of white hair, elderly ladies that come in and they're barely moving. And soon as Wake Forest go up, they are screaming and hollering and they're shaking all over the place. And it's very interesting how this whole area are out for, they're such sports-minded people. And first thing I want to say is, would y'all please tell people that you meet that I do have a little personality? Everybody talks about my stare and how mean and ornery I look. I go through the airport and people will say, will you please smile? But you don't know what it's like with 17, 18-year-old kids running up down the court with your paycheck in their pocket. It's not, so it's not easy to sit there and say, please and thank you. So when you tell people that I'm not mean, I'm not ornery, I do have a little personality, okay? Now, I want to recognize the media organization here because this is the 59th award banquet. And you have to realize how important you guys are to our sports industry, the responsibility you have of reporting the sports. A lot of times as I travel, I go into the Delta Club, and people will pick up a newspaper, and you could have wars going on over here and tax things going over here, but the guys, the first thing they do is go straight to the sports page. And you get up in the morning, and nobody's reading about this and about that. They all are going to the sports page to see what's going on. And you guys have such a responsibility and you shape so many of the thoughts and the ideas that are going on in sports, and you do such a great job. Some of my best enemies are sports writers. I'm sorry, I mean to say that. Some of my best friends have been guys who report in the media, but you guys do such a great job, and you ought to be congratulated for that. And quickly, it's not good to give a guy who feels so blessed to have been in the profession as long as I have, to have a chance to experience so many great things in sports, a microphone when you got a long banquet. But I'll share this with you. I was with my mother-in-law this past weekend. She had celebrating her 88th birthday. And I have a niece from Chicago, and she said to me when she found out that I was coming here and getting recognized, she said, don't you feel honored? And I had a problem with the word honored, because most coaches, we don't do this because we want to get recognition, that we want to get honored. And I couldn't find a word to give her an answer. And after about a day and a half, I told her, I say, the word that I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I've been given the responsibility, that I believe all my steps have been ordered. But I believe to have the opportunity to work with young people and get them when they're 17, 18-year-old teenagers, and you work with them to they're young adults, that you see them move on in life. And I realize that all what I have and all that I have become is as a result of having a chance to earn a scholarship, to get my education. And then I adopted my brother Willie, and he gets his education, and his two sons go to college, and they get their education. I adopted my sister Pamela, and her son goes to school. My brother John was influenced by me, and his son goes to school and gets their education. So having an opportunity to participate in sports and get my education, I'm a long ways from 4 boys in one bedroom with 2 bunk beds and a bathroom on the back porch and no hot and cold running water and taking a bath in a tin tub over in the corner. Sports has meant that much to me. And I'm so grateful that I've had an opportunity to participate in this sport. And I'm honored to be here. I'm grateful to be here. And more than anything else, I feel so blessed to have an opportunity to be in this sports and for you guys to recognize me. Many times you see young people on the floor and they'll hit a free throw and they'll point up to the sky like they're giving honor to that person up, the big guy in the sky, and saying thank you. Well, I feel like I need to have a pulpit Bible under one arm, a big cross around my neck, and me walking around all day long pointing to the sky for all the wonderful blessings and the opportunity that I've had to participate in this sport. And for you guys to recognize me as a guy who's doing a decent job, to me means an awful lot to me. Thank you very much.